So, hello everyone, welcome back to our Business Born channel. Today we would like to get back to this topic and try to talk more about volunteering experience, why it is so important, what it taught us, and I think the importance about it nowadays, because many companies actually value this social engagement, but it's also a great opportunity to build a network and gain some working experience before you land a real job or before you get some part-time job like we talked before. So for me, my volunteering experience was I was in Erasmus Student Network as a buddy. After my Erasmus in Sweden, I missed this international environment, and that's why I decided to join. And I was buddy for 3 people from Russia, Poland and Germany. And I was helping them to get along with the university and try to show them around. Also, I went with them to the dorm, tried to help them with signing up. And also I was engaging in organizing events. For example, I was taking 20 or 30 Erasmus students to this really nice cave. Now it sounds funny, but really nice. We did a trip in the nature and it was so nice, and also I got to know so many people, Erasmus students or also the people in the Erasmus Student Network, and I gained also some benefits from it, like I got cheaper Ryanair flights. And what it taught me, it's really important to stay within the community, to be in the internationals, volunteer, and I think the network was the biggest part of it, that I got to know so many people, and also to listen from the stories from Germany, from Poland or from Russia, and all the girls had different experiences. For example, the girl from Germany was traveling in Australia. She was already 27 and we could have really nice talks, and yeah, I think I learned a lot and I made new friends and gain a new perspective.
Yeah, I think especially if you want to have some intercultural competence and some experiences with people from other cultures, this is a super good thing to do. I also did that. I was a buddy for a Japanese exchange student, which made a lot of sense in my case because I was studying Japanese. So instead of only learning from textbooks, I had the chance to deal with a real Japanese person. And for us, I think literally everything went wrong. Oh my god, I helped her moving into the dorm. I think it was on a Sunday. The caretaker gave me the key before already, and then we noticed that the key doesn't fit. He gave me the wrong key, so she couldn't enter her room.
Oh wow.
And she was so exhausted. She had a 12-hour flight from Tokyo. She just wanted to go into her room, and we couldn't enter her room. So we needed to call the company to unlock the room with a universal key, and it cost a lot of money, and then we had to get back the money from university because it wasn't our fault. Then we went to the bank, opened her bank account, and then we had problems with this, which was in the end the bank's fault, but just everything went wrong. But in the end this made us become even close friends, and I also visited her in Japan. So in the end we were able to laugh about all the things that went wrong, so it was just a super cool and funny experience now when I think back. So really it's such a cool thing to do, just become a buddy of a person from a different country, and they are usually so grateful because you help them so much.
Yes.
And I think if you want to do this, just look at your university's website. I think almost every university offers this buddy program, so I'm sure that you find something. Or if you only want to gain some international experience, but if you think that buddy programs may be a bit too much of time investment, then you can also try to find a tandem partner where you just regularly meet every week. And so this is also an option. Just Google it, you will definitely find it for your city or your university.
Yes, definitely. Another thing I did, I'm a student representative for my program, and it made kind of a lot of sense because I was here as Erasmus for 1 year and actually studying the international business courses, so I knew how the system works, and I applied and I got to be the student representative, and it's quite cool because I get to meet the chair. We have one time per semester meeting with the chair, and we discuss the issues and what we can improve about our program. So I also have this contact to the chair, but also to the students. We do surveys, what they want to improve, and I think it's kind of useful. So that's really fun, and also we organize events why I say we, because there is also another student representative, and we organize like a party for Christmas, then we are going to do alumni event, so it also gives you this responsibility because the students expect that you organize something.
Yeah.
And what it taught me that I also needed to find extra time for it, and also you need to have a good negotiation skills, because there is one thing that students say and also one thing from the chair perspective or from the professor perspective, and sometimes they don't go together because students don't really have the understanding why some things are working the inefficient way they are working,
Yeah.
but actually there is a law behind it, so we are kind of this intermediate stuff between these two parties. So it's really interesting to do, I would say, and it's a
Yeah.
good experience. I'm doing it now for 1 year already, so
Yeah.
it's fun.
I did the same in high school and also at my bachelor's. We kind of did the same voluntary things. That's so funny. So we can just share our experiences, and even though we did the same things, it's so fun. And for me, I can only agree, like, you are really like something between the students and the professor, so you always have to find the balance, because you don't want to disappoint the students, but you also don't want to make the professors angry.
True.
So it's an interesting task. I can only recommend doing this. In high school it was a bit different because we were only high school students, but there were some students who made a lot of problems. I don't even want to talk about the details, but it's sometimes exhausting, but you really have a lot of responsibility, and it's a good thing. So if there's something at your university like student representatives, that's a word that I just cannot say in English, then it's worth it, just dare to apply.
Yes. Was there something different about your experience as a student representative compared to mine?
Not really, I think. I think it was kind of the same, just like always dealing. I mean, you have to help other students with their problems, even though you're only a student yourself.
Yes.
That was sometimes a bit difficult in the beginning, and you also have your own problems with the study program.
Yes,
But
definitely.
still in the end it was a cool experience.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the last thing that I started doing and that I'm still doing now is that I became a member of a student initiative here at my university. Last year when I started the program here, I just coincidentally got to know this student initiative, and I just applied, and that was one of the best decisions I made here, because the student initiative is about like entrepreneurial spirit among students and innovation and these kind of topics that I'm interested in anyway. But apart from the knowledge, I really found a lot of cool new friends, and I got a really good network. And in July I became the president of the student initiative, and this is even a different level of work. I think this is the hardest voluntary thing that I've ever done, because you're kind of I wouldn't say the boss, but you're kind of the person that is in charge for like, I think we're like almost 40 people now, and you have to delegate the work, and you have to make sure that everything works well, and you have to make sure that also, because we have sponsors, that they are happy. So it's a lot to do. And I think the thing that I really learned from it so far is that you can't do everything yourself, because I tend to always want to do everything myself, but sometimes you just have to also trust other people and delegate some work and work together. So this is what I really learned from this. And you also became a member just recently. I'm so happy.
But actually I need to say that I was scared to tell you in the beginning I want to apply.
No, I was happy.
I was happy too, but I was like, oh my god, we do so many things together. But,
it's so cool. Now we do even one more thing
together. And I applied because I missed this startup spirit, and I wanted to also be in a network of people like-minded. And yes, I was like, what else I can do? It's not that I felt bored or something in my life, but I wanted to try something new, try to join people. And I also saw Catherine, how she's joining this really cool event with companies. And I was thinking, okay, I want to learn more, and now is the time where I can still do something and contribute. I applied. Catherine was at my interview, so that was really funny, like, hello, I'm Karen. No, just kidding, but there were also other members, just to make it clear.
So I mean, it was definitely an advantage for you to have the connection, but I didn't decide it on my own, so you really did well in the interview.
Oh, thank you. And I will work in marketing.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
What do you say, Presidentin?
Yes, that's very cool. You're really good at marketing.
So I'm looking forward.
Yeah.
And also it will be quite challenging because I think I'm the only international
Yeah,
in
that's
the group.
true. Everyone else is German, so yeah, she started making our initiative more international, so that's cool.
Yes, and I am speaking German, at least I'm
Yeah.
trying, so that's also
Yeah,
also
definitely
fun.
really good. But also, what I saw from being like, yeah, the president of the student initiative, it's a big problem that some people only apply for these things to have it in their CVs. And I would definitely recommend you not doing that. Because if you only do something just to put it in your CV and you don't really contribute to something, I don't know, I just think you don't learn anything from that. And in the end you will only be kicked out of the student initiative. In the past we already had to kick people out because they only applied and then they're just for their CV and they seem to be super motivated and they never showed up again. And I think that's just not worth it. Not for you and not for the other people. So only apply for things that you really want to do and that you are motivated for. Otherwise it won't be fun for you.
Yes, and I think also what is important when you are applying for first internship is to have this recommendation letter.
Yeah.
And if I would not be contributing to the Erasmus Student Network, then
They
I
wouldn't have written you any recommendation.
Yes, and
I would
then-
never write a recommendation letter for someone who never showed up again.
But I think it's really valuable because when you don't have this experience, this student initiative can really help you because you actually do things like. Catherine did so many things for the website. I think you were a website manager before that, and you can really put your skills there. And the companies value it because they see you work somewhere, and it's not just something you put in a CV, especially when you have a good recommendation letter. And always, I think the people in board like you are happy to support people that are working hard.
Yeah, definitely. I think that there are many more options that you can do voluntarily. These are the things that we did so far. There are definitely other programs that you can do. You just should check out the website of your university or even what you can do in your town, for example. For example, in Germany, that's what I was also thinking to do once, but so far, unfortunately, I haven't found the time, is you could help refugees or, do something else social if you want to. So there's always things to do. You don't need to become a member of a student initiative or so. Just if you're interested in doing something voluntarily, I would recommend check the university's website, but also the website of your town that you live in.
For me, I would like to also address one point. Before starting university in Germany, I wasn't really involved in any initiative, just the Erasmus one, because I don't know, I felt kind of against it, like, oh, I should do something voluntary and it's so much responsibility. But you gain so much from it, you gain the network, what is also really important, and you get to contact with companies. Even if you work for refugees, you get to know so many amazing people that can help you in the future. And it might sound that you do it just for the network, but you really can gain a lot, learn and be part of at university or outside of it of something great and bigger.
Yeah.
That gives you practical experience, not just theory.
Okay, so we hope that we could at least inspire you a bit. Of course, maybe it's not everyone's thing to do something voluntary, but we can just say that we had amazing experiences, we learned a lot from it, and we can only recommend doing that at least once in your life. So then thank you so much for watching. But first, we're going to teach you one word, as always. I would say today we take the word voluntary. What do you say?
Yeah.
Probably it's something super difficult again in Slovak, but also in German. Yeah, in German we say freiwillig.
Okay. We say dobrovolný.
Well, actually in German we have two words. Like voluntary could also mean ehrenamtlich. Yeah, if you do something like without being paid, that's something different from
Ehrenamtlich.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for
Complicated
Slovak
languages.
dobrovolný is
Enough for today.
for today.
So thank you so much for watching, and again, as always, we would be very, very happy if you gave us a thumbs up and if you subscribed our channel, and also don't forget to follow us on Instagram. So I would say see you in the next video. Bye bye!